So today we're going to be reviewing some of the most insufferable women that appear on the Whatever podcast. The Whatever podcast is full of intellectual women and not so intellectual women. So that is what we're going to be reviewing today. And I hold on to your brain cells because you're probably going to lose them. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay.
Women are tens.
Yeah.
All women are tens.
Because we carry everything.
You what?
We carry the pain of this world.
That doesn't really
what?
mean
Wait, so hold on. What? What does that mean?
You know it's bad when even other women on the panel start laughing.
Just we bring the babies to this world. We get
You're the
our
what?
period. Like we suffer so much that we.
What does that
deserve
have
be
to
a
do with
10.
your looks?
Everybody, I am a 10. It doesn't matter that I'm very clearly like a 4 at best. I am a 10 because I get my period. Automatic 10 right there. Men, they've got different standards. Me, I just gotta get my period. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? This girl is just, I feel like it's just a troll at that point. Like, okay.
Everybody should be confident to say.
So the more you
they're
suffer,
10.
the more physically attractive you are? What's the logic?
It's just the woman.
Deserve what?
To be a 10.
I think it really speaks to there are some women, not most of them, I would hope, but there are a lot of women in like today's society that just really think that they are it, right? And you hear it when they got pissed off at the question, what do I bring to the table? It's a very simple question. If you're a good person, you probably won't even know how to answer that question, because like for me, I don't know what I bring to the table. I would have to bring my partner. I'm not so like self-absorbed with myself that I'm just like, yeah, I'm the shit, baby. Like I bring a lot of bullshit as well. I think we all do. But the fact that there are women in this world that are really just like, I have a vagina and that makes me great. Like, how are you any better than the men that we call toxic, who just are like, I have a dick, that means I'm better than you. Like, it's really, there's no difference. So this girl says that $1 million is not enough money for a man to make. It's barely enough.
like $1 million is basically nothing right now.
What are you talking? $1 million
That's a
is
lot.
an astronomical amount of money
think
for
about
basically
how
anybody.
I'm thinking
anybody.
about taxes. So basically, if you buy a house, it's like the minimum in Jersey for a house right now is $500,000. If you have a mortgage, basically like $36,000 to $50,000 a
Yeah,
month.
and that's
Oh, this poor girl. I'm sorry, ma'am. Do you think you're paying $500,000 like cash? Most people get mortgages. A lot of these women that talk about what men should have and what it means to be a man, and they're not men if they have this. They have no idea what's going on in the world, especially with money. They have no concept of money because they've probably just been spoiled rich their entire lives. But you know what? We should blame our education system because they don't teach us this shit in school. And it shows.
financed over a 30-year fixed rate, so your mortgage
With
per month is around
interest.
$4,900.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
then also like grocery prices are very high now too.
For a frame of reference, this is $10,000 times 5. That's what what you're actually requesting.
Damn, bro, why you gotta do the math?
$10,000, $1,000 bills times 5 per year. Like, that is an astronomical number.
This guy he said, hold my beer. Let me really break it down to you. Like, damn, dude, how many dollars is that a day? You're doing something right if you're that quick.
This sells sex online, which is degen.
You had a really big reaction to that. What's up? Is it the toxic masculinity again, or?
I love men and I respect men, but the comments that started going on, guys, you just gotta take into the consideration that you have never been into the shoes of specifically this person. She's 18. She came from a different country. She's trying to change the whole pattern and the system that her life has been working before she became an official adult. We can judge, we can just say all of those like funny looking comments like, oh, you an engineer girl, all that. But I don't really think that this is constructive enough. I do not understand why all of those comments are coming from the men, and very specific type of man. This specific type of man is just usually not what I respect.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to her because that girl is a literal like 18 years old. That's a fucking child in my books, and you're calling her a cunt that sells sex. And like, you know, I really think that I agree with her. I don't see the purpose. I don't see how that's conducive. I don't see how that helps women. I don't see how that helps them get out of this industry. That girl's 18 years old, which means she's clearly been groomed by today's OnlyFans models into believing that that is the path to go. This girl's trying to be a fucking engineer. Nobody has warned her about the fact that nobody is going to hire her once her nudes are out on the internet. That's the fucking reality. I don't do not safe for work content anymore, but I did. And I have 2 post-secondary educations. One of them is in funeral services and embalming. And the other one is addictions and disabilities with a specialization in fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. I am a fucking smart woman. I finished top of my class. Lowest mark was an A-. Guess what? I will never, ever, ever be able to go into any of those fields. Neither 2 of them. I won't be able to work with youth. I won't be able to go into addictions counseling. I won't be able to do anything because my noodles are on the internet, okay? And this isn't something that anybody warned me about. It's not something that I ever would have thought about when I was, 21 years old when I started doing it? Like, come on. We are literally groomed by women who sit on the internet and say, you know, this is what you should do. You can make a lot of money. You know, it's easy because you just get to be naked in your house and make a lot of money. And you know what? Sure, it is easy. But is it worth it? No. If I could go back, would I change it? Yeah. Am I very grateful that now I can use my brain and I've still built myself a massive platform so I can try to get my respect back? Yeah, that's great. But you know, the Dadvocate, she posted a status on her Facebook page, and she said that, you know, one thing she can say for herself is nobody will ever find a nude of hers on the internet. And I'm like, you know, that's a flex nowadays. Now that's a flex. I can't even say that, you know? So to see girls, especially 18-year-old girls who are, you know, who have been sucked into this industry and manipulated by men with porn addictions and women with low confidence, and think that it's okay to like groom other people, to look at that person and be like, you know, you're a cunt, and just speak so vulgarly to her, I think is really repulsive. And I actually agree with this woman.
How many sugar daddies have you had?
I don't remember, but right now I have like 3.
You don't know how many total? Like at 10 plus, 20 plus, 30 plus?
Probably like 10 plus.
And so you have 3 currently. Do you hook up with any of them?
Yes.
All 3 of them?
Yes. Period.
How does it work? Do they give you an allowance?
Something like that.
So like, do they also pay for your bills?
Something like that.
I would not be mistaken in saying, but you're a is that correct?
No.
You're sleeping with 3 men simultaneously, many of them much older than you, for the purposes of them giving you money. Can you explain to me how that's not?
So that I really find it funny how there's this phenomenon, and I call it glorified prostitution, where these people don't actually seem to understand that they're getting like straight up exploited, that they are being prostituted essentially. So something about that is just not clicking. How women are just straight up nowadays. You know, I'm not giving a man any attention unless he buys me a bag. He has no chance of sleeping with me unless he takes me, you know, to a restaurant worth X amount of money. You're a prostitute. You are indeed a prostitute. That is prostitution. Exchanging sex for favors is prostitution. So there's another part of a phenomenon that I've noticed where very average women demand very wealthy men. And I don't mean to say that like rich men don't date below average women, because they do. And there are rich women who date below average looking men for sure. Okay, but the majority of men who make like a shit ton of money, okay, society has told them that they are at the top of the pile, right? So they can have any choosing of any woman that they want, which for the most part is pretty much fucking true. So do you think that he's gonna pick an average looking woman or not?
If you ask me out and you're a millionaire, I'll say yes.
If they're not a millionaire?
Then we can be friends. If he doesn't own a house that's over $7 million, I won't date him. I just have, you know, goals and expectations and boundaries, and this is what I strive for.
I have goals, expectations, and boundaries too. My goals are I want to become rich with my partner. My expectations is that he remains good to me. And my boundaries are, you're not going to use me, misuse me, or abuse me. That's how most women think, okay? Because what the fuck?
What are the other criteria that you're looking for in a guy?
I want someone that's successful,
Sure.
motivated, influential,
Okay.
good values.
Minimum height?
Actually, I'm okay with the guy being short as long as he's rich.
This is him catching up.
Now, look at that face. You think that that's... Lady, you got more Botox in your face than Madonna. Be realistic. Even me, you think I could date a millionaire? I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I know I joke about being like a 2, but I know I'm not bad looking. I got a killer fucking personality. Maybe I could get a millionaire because I'm entertaining as fuck. And I make a lot of my own money too. But even me, I'm pretty sure, no. With that being said, thank you so much for joining, and that concludes today's content.
Okay.